Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Els Kimmy from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today we're going to be busting some scraps. And we're going to be doing it this way. This is for those little tiny scraps, okay? So, have you ever, gone through all your stuff and said, oh, I need a word for this or I need a phrase, and you don't have it? Well, we are going to make those. Simple, easy peasy stuff. So I made these little, word tags, and I can take these and I can mount them on anything that I want, or I can, just leave them the way they are. It's entirely up to me. It would be entirely up to you, but you can use scraps to make these little banners and things. And I have a punch for it and a die, but I'm going to show you how to do it without the punch or die, how to make a banner. They're easy. And so I'm going to get some stuff out and I'll be right back. Okay, tools. Adhesive. If you're using a die, you're going to want a die cutter and some pads for that. You're going to definitely want some scissors. And if you have punches that are like this, that are label-y type punches, you could use those. I like this one, but I also like to use this one from time to time because it's a little oval, very nice. This one makes for a bigger label, so if I cut a saying or something, maybe these would work. I also have this one. The problem with this one is it cuts 3 pieces at once. So when I put the paper in here, I have to make sure that it's only, in the first one here to cut out the word. Otherwise, it cuts all 3 of them at the same time. And doesn't work. So there's that one. And let's say you don't have a punch to do this with. If you have a die cutting machine and you have some dies, let's look at some other possibilities. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Move over. So here is a house die. This makes houses, but do you see that? Look at that. I could use that to cut a label. I have these nesting dies. Look at the one in the center. How cool is that? I could use that. I have this set of ovals. I could use the center oval if I want to. So there's a lot of options if you just look through, look through what you have and see what you could use to do this. You're going to want a printer, just a regular printer, okay? As I said, I'm going to be using dies to cut my banners, but I'm going to show you how to do it without having a die to do it. Printer and a word processor. Okay? Now, don't say I don't have a word processor, because you do. If you're watching this, you have a Google account. If you have a Google account, you have a Google Drive. Open up a Google tab. On the right-hand side, you're going to see 9 dots. Click on those. It's going to drop down. You're going to see it where it says Drive. Hit Drive. Once you open that up, on the left-hand side, you're going to see a list of things. And what you want to do is you want to open a new document. And the way that you do that is on the left-hand side, where it says New. Just click on New, and then it's going to say, what kind of new thing do you want to do? New folder, whatever. But you're going to want a Google Doc. You're going to click on the Google Doc, and it is going to open a word processing document for you. Now, you may be a little bit limited in fonts that you can use, but you do have a selection of various fonts in the Google Drive. So, let's see. So about midway across the page, just to the left of midway, you'll see where it has some, it says, usually it starts with Arial. If you click on that, it's going to give you a bunch of different fonts that you can use. So there's, quite a few in there that you can use. And you can even add a few to this. There are ways to add some fonts. At the very top, it'll say more fonts. And then it'll go through and it gives you just unlimited numbers of fonts here. So you can actually add fonts if you want to. So again, Google Drive, it is the 9 dots next to your picture on a Google tab, and then hit New, and then just hit the Google Doc, and you have a word processor, okay? So, word processor. And what you're going to do is you're going to print out words that you like, phrases, whatever you want. Just leave nice space around each one of them so that you can cut these, print them out and then be able to punch them if you're going to be using a punch, or tear them if you're using tearing rulers, things like that. So I'm going to cut this down so it's a manageable size. And then I'm just going to cut the strips apart. And I have words to work with. Okay? So, I'm going to get my die cutter out real quick. And, oh, well, I should probably finish telling you. Scissors, your words, a cutting die for your banner, or scissors to cut your banner, and scraps of paper. Now, here's the thing. Look at how small these scraps are. They don't have to be big. They just have to be wide enough to make a banner, okay? So, oh, look, here's a little one. We could use that one, too. I'm going to go ahead and move some things around. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and get out my image. I'm going to pop out my word. There's a word. And then I'm going to cut that off. And let's do this one. No, that's kind of a small word. Let's use the small one. Center it, pop it out. This one's a little bigger, so we'll use the bigger piece. And you can make each one of these words in 4 different fonts if you want to. Okay? So, I'm going to get this out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and do one of these. So, let me get this off here. This out of the way. I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine. And my plates. Piece of paper. Put my cutting plate down. There we go. Run it through. And then I have my little banner. There we go. But else, you said that you were going to show us how to do a banner. And I'm going to. Alright. So, let's say you don't have a die. Let's cut a piece that is 1/2 inch. And then, like what, 2.5 inches, 2 inches long. Let's do 2 1/4. That's a 2.5. Okay, so that's it. I have my little piece of paper. So I'm going to eyeball what I think is the center, and I'm going to put a little snip in there. And then I'm just going to come from the corner to the top of that snip, from the corner to the top of the snip. Now I have a banner. If I want to do both sides, again, I just take a little snip in the middle, corner in, corner in. Okay? Look familiar? Yeah, kind of does. They're never perfect, okay? But if we look, our word is going to fit. And that's really all that we care about at this point. So, little ink. And you could do all of these in like your basic color. You could put them all on black backgrounds, tan backgrounds, or craft, and you know, just do like each word in each color. And then put them in a bin of some kind, and then you'll have ones to choose from. And if they're words that you use frequently or phrases that you like, maybe you're going to stamp some stamps that have some words or phrases that you like. And then you can cut them out and put them on a background and just have your own pre-made stuff. There's that one. And let's go ahead and let's cut another strip. I'll do it out of this one. So again, I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch strip. Doesn't need to be wider than that. About that long. And this one, I'm going to make it into a one-sided banner. Like that. I'm going to ink this. A little glue. Put this on, and then let's do a little extra. There we go. And just make it a little different. Okay? So now I have a selection of words and fonts and little banners, and I can take those and I can put them in a bin and have them for when I want to add them to my journals or my ephemera pieces or whatever it is that I want to do. But that's it. That is the entire project for today. All right, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. And don't forget to check out the community tab while you're here. If you are interested, you could scoot on over to my Facebook page and get involved over there. There's also a listing there of everything that I got going on. But more importantly, there's a great community of crafters and just all around great people that are over there in different types of crafting and just very supportive of each other, and they would love to have you join. So if you are interested, go and do that. But until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.